intimate. When you end it, it only comes down to the financial element. It's a business. So unless you go into the marriage like a business, you're going to get screwed at the end.
But we have prenuptial agreements.
Well, I didn't.
For the future.
That's true, but you still have California law interrupting your relationship.
You don't have California law interrupting your relationship if you have a live-in partner?
No, we have our own agreement that prevents that. We have a legal agreement that prohibits California law from ever coming into our relationship.
You were only 24 years young when you had the #1 with Baby Come Back with Player.
Mm-hmm.
In how many ears of women you did sing this song?
I was very shy, completely shy.
How did it show?
In my daily life, I was just very reserved, very to myself. I wasn't the kind of guy to go out and ask a lot of women out on dates. I pretty much dated girls that I've known for a long time. But I didn't really go out on a lot of dates. I was rather interested in the music than the girls. I was interested in girls, but I would rather spend my time with the music because I was too shy to go and do the... I saw the way other guys were doing it, were going out and asking these girls on dates and stuff, and it didn't seem right to me in the way they approached women.
Probably you didn't even have to look for women because there are hundreds of groupies.
That's true. You're right. You're right about that. It was a lot easier that way. Maybe it was a respect that I had for women, and I didn't treat them just as dating objects. I never did that.
Dozens of stars were on drugs.
Any drugs I might have tried weren't that great to make me go, I really want to do that again. Didn't mean anything to me. It didn't have the same effect. I had a big tolerance for most of my early years to alcohol. I definitely didn't want to smoke grass. It didn't do anything for me. When I did try it, nothing happened. It's like I had a will to not let myself be affected by it. Right. I had just tolerance for it. And I think it was just my mind powers going, I don't really want to be all screwed up here, so I'm not going to let it affect me. I felt better when I didn't do it. Maybe it was not wanting to be out of control or not wanting to be on a different wavelength and do stupid things that people do when they get drunk and stoned.
Both your parents could not sing?
No, as far as I know.
Where have you got your talent from? Okay.
I don't know. I think maybe it skips a generation. I just grew up loving music from an early age, and they encouraged it. My dad was in music as a producer impresario, but he wasn't an artist that way.
When you told him in the age of 11 you wanted to have drums, which of course is a loud instrument.
Oh yeah. I'm sure the usual one of, oh God, no, not drums.
But you got it.
We got a very inexpensive drum set. Actually, my first drums were tin cans. I made them myself out of tin cans and little coffee cans and things for cymbals. So it was a total improvised cardboard boxes. That's how I loved. I knew I wanted to keep going with it. And we formed a little trio of some guys in the neighborhood while I still had the cardboard boxes. So we had no instruments.
But then you started playing and learning electric guitar and bass?
First the drums.
First the drums.
Taking lessons and the whole thing.
Yeah, who paid for it?
My parents. Wasn't very expensive back then. It was very cheap because nobody was really doing that. So we had our little bands in junior high school, in high school, and we'd play on parties. We'd play the parties on the weekends where all the kids were going out and driving their cars fast and carousing and drinking beer and all that. We were playing at the parties that they were going to. So I was pretty much working.
Your two daughters, Caleb.
Her name actually is Caleb.
Modine.
Caleb Modine. It's always spelled wrong. They always spell it wrong, but it's Maudine.
Your other daughter has the name Carbo, which is a Latin name for charcoal.
That is her grandmother's maiden name, Carbo, from Italy. Modine is my mother's name, Caleb Modine, and Chris and Carbo, so she has both of the grandmothers represented, both girls.
Did it ever cross your mind to take both to the studio and record father and his daughter singing?
They weren't really into singing until the last couple of